Hello students, the second part, that is lecture 2 of the chemical bonding and molecular structure. So in the part 1 or lecture 1 of chemical bonding, we have discussed up to the difference between sigma bond and pi bond, how this sigma bond and pi bond is formed. So the second part, that is chemical bonding and molecular structure, we will discuss about this. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, that is VSEPR theory, and it was proposed by Gillips and Nylon. This theory helps to predict the shape of the covalent molecule based on the repulsive interactions of the valence electrons. So according to this theory, the shape of the molecule depends upon the number and nature of the electron pairs present in the valence shell of the central atom. So electron pairs around the central atom of molecule repel one another because negative charges on the electron cloud. So in order to minimize the repulsion and maximize the stability, valence electron pairs arranged away from each other around the central atom in a space. Central atom in a molecule surrounded with two types of electrons, that is bonding or shared electrons, that is bond pair of electrons, non-bonding electrons, that is lone pair of electrons. So bond pair of electrons are under the influence of two nuclei, but the lone pair of electrons are under the influence of only one nuclei. Hence, lone pair of electrons are spread around the central atom and occupy more space. If the central atom surrounded with only bond pair of electrons, molecules shows definite geometry. If central atom surrounded by at least one lone pair of electrons, molecule shows altered or distorted or indefinite geometry. That is, the original bond angle will disturb due to the repulsion between the lone pair of electrons. The bond angle is inversely proportional to the number of lone pair of electrons. As the number of lone pair of electrons increases, bond angle decreases. As the number of lone pair of electrons decreases, bond angle increases. The various repulsive forces experienced by these electron pair is of the order lone pair interaction is stronger than lone pair bond pair interaction. Lone pair bond pair interaction is stronger than bond pair repulsion. Not table, that is VSEPR structure, arrangement of electron pairs around an atom yielding minimum repulsion. So number of electron pairs 2 means the geometry is linear. If the number of electron pair is 3, that is geometry is trigonal planar. If the number of electron pair is 4, that is tetrad. If the number of electron pair is 5, that is trigonal bipyramidal. If the number of electron pair is 6, the geometry is octahedral. Now some shape of molecules having only bond pairs. That doesn't have any lone pair, they have only bond pair. So number of bond pair, if 2, the geometry is linear. For example, beryllium dichloride, and carbon dioxide. If the number of bond pair is 3, the shape of the molecule is triangular. For example, boron trifluoride, boron trichloride, sulfur trioxide, and carbonate ion. If the number of bond pair is 4, geometry of the molecule is tetrahedral. For example, methane and carbon tetrachloride. If the number of bond pair is 5, the geometry, the shape of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. For example, phosphorus pentachloride. If the number of bond pair is 6, the geometry or the shape of the molecule is octahedral. For example, sulfur hexafluoride. If the number of bond pair is 7, the shape of the molecule is pentagonal bipyramidal. For example, iodine tetraheptafluoride. Shape of the molecule having bond pairs as well as lone pair of electrons. If the number of bond pairs is 2 and lone pair of electrons is 1, total number is 3, 2 plus 1, 3. Shape of the molecule, that is basic shape is triangular and actual shape is angular. For example, tin chloride and sulfur dioxide. If the bond pair is 3 and lone pair of electrons is 1, then total number is 3 plus 1, 4. So basic shape is tetrahedral, but actual shape is pyramidal. For example, ammonia molecule. If the bond pair is 2, lone pair of electrons is 2, then the total number of bonds is 4. That is the total number of pairs is 4. The basic shape is tetrahedral, but the actual shape is angular. For example, water molecule. If the bond pairs is 4 and lone pair of electrons is 1, the total number is 5. So basic shape is folded square and actual shape is seesaw. For example, sulfur tetrafluoride. If the bond pair is 3, lone pair of electrons is 2, then the total number is 5. So basic shape is trigonal bipyramidal and actual shape is T-shape. And if the bond pair is 2 and lone pair is 3, then the total number is 5. So basic shape is trigonal bipyramidal and the actual shape is linear. For example, xenon difluoride. If the bond pair is 5, lone pair of electrons is 1, the total number of electrons, that is total number of pairs is 6. The shape of the molecule, that is basic shape is octahedral and actual shape is square pyramidal. For example, bromine bromine pentafluoride. If the bond pairs is 4 and lone pair is 2, the total number of pairs is 6. The basic shape is octahedral and actual shape is square planar. For example, xenon tetrafluoride. If the bond pair is 6 and lone pair is 1, the total number is 7. So basic shape is pentagonal bipyramidal and actual shape is distorted octahedral. For example, xenon hexafluoride. The next comes hybridization. Hybridization is nothing but it's the intermixing of two or more orbitals of different energies to form a new orbital of an equivalent energy is called hybridization. This hybridization is a hypothetical concept and it was proposed by Pauling and Slater. Some of the rules for these hybridations are atomic orbitals of an atom can intermix. Atomic orbitals having nearing energies can intermix. Vacant, half-filled or completely filled orbitals can intermixing to form hybrid orbitals. So number of hybrid orbitals formed is equal to the number of atomic orbitals involved in the intermixing. Hybrid orbitals are identical in shape and have the same energies but differ in their orientations in space. The electrons are redistributed in these hybrid orbitals according to the Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle. The atomic orbitals only participating in hybridations but not electrons. Hybrid orbitals form sigma bonds. Unhybridized orbitals can form pi bonds. Each hybrid orbitals having two lobes. One is larger and other is smaller. Bond will be formed from larger lobes. The hybrid orbitals are oriented in space as far apart as possible. Thus, they help in determining the shape or geometry of the molecule. Types of hybridization, that is sp hybridization. When 1s and 1p orbital intermix to form two sp hybrid orbitals. This process is called sp hybridization. So sp hybridized orbitals of equivalent shapes and energies are and arranged in straight line, that is linear shape with angle of 180 degree. Each sp hybrid orbitals having 50% character of s and 50% character of p. Example: beryllium dihydride. So central atom is beryllium in the ground state 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 1, and in the excited state, so 2s1 and 2p, 1. So beryllium atom accept 2 electrons from hydrogen in beryllium dihydride. So these two sp hybrid orbitals of beryllium overlap axially with 1s orbital of 2 hydrogen atoms to form 2 sigma bonds with linear in shape and bond angle is 180 degree. Carbon monoxide molecule. Here carbon has 2 sp hybrid orbitals and 2 unhybridized p orbitals, shows linear in shape with 180 degree bond angle. sp2 hybridization. So sp2 hybridization, it is the intermixing of 1s and 2p orbitals to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals is called sp2 hybridization. So 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals lie in the same plane directed towards the corners of equilateral triangle with a bond angle of 120 degree. sp2 hybrid orbitals shows 33.33 percentage of S character and 66.7 percentage of P character. For example, boron trifluoride. In the boron trifluoride, boron has 3 electrons in the outermost orbital, that is valence electrons in the ground state. In the excited state, one of the 2s electrons will enter into the p-by orbitals. The boron atom accepts 3 electrons to form 3f atom in the formation of boron trifluoride with a bond angle of 120 degree and geometry is planar triangular. Ethylene. So in the case of ethylene, each carbon atom contains 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals and 1 unhybridized p orbitals arranged in a trigonal manner with bond angle of 120 degree. So sp2 hybrid orbitals of each carbon atom overlap to give sigma bond, carbon-carbon sigma bond. The remaining 2 sp2 hybrid orbitals of each carbon atom overlap with s orbitals of hydrogen, 2 hydrogen atoms, forming 2 sigma bonds between carbon and hydrogen. So each carbon atom forms 3 sigma bonds, but C2H4, 5 sigma bonds are there. Each carbon atom forms 1 pi bond and 2 pi bonds in ethane molecule. sp3 hybridization. It is the intermixing of 1s and 3p orbitals to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals is called sp3 hybridization. So formed hybrid orbitals oriented in tetrahedral manner with a bond angle of 109 degree 28 minutes. So sp3 hybrid orbital shows 50% of s character, sp3 hybridization 25% of s character and 75% of p character. For example, in the formation of methane molecule, carbon as atomic number 6 electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2 in the ground state. The excited state, one of the 2s electrons will jump into the pz orbital. So carbon has 4 electrons with 4 hydrogen atoms. These 4 electrons of excited state of carbon can overlap with 4 electrons donated by the hydrogen atoms. So 1s orbital and 3 orbitals of carbon intermix to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These sp3 hybrid orbitals, they are orient in space tetrahedrally with bond angle of 109 degree 28 minutes. Ammonia molecule. In ammonia molecule, the central atom is nitrogen. So in the ground state, electronic configuration in the ground state, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So one fully filled s orbital and 3 half-filled p orbitals intermix to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. But due to the presence of one lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom, there is a repulsion between these lone pair of electrons and bond pair. Hence, the bond angle decreases from normal tetrahedral angle of 109 degree 28 minutes to 107 degree. And the geometry of the molecule is pyramidal shape. Water molecule. In the water molecule, the central atom is oxygen in the ground state. Electronic configuration in the ground state, oxygen 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 4. 1s and 3p orbital intermix to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Oxygen with 6 valence electrons has 2 unpaired electrons in 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals and 2 lone pair of electrons in remaining 2. Due to the presence of 2 lone pair of electrons, the shape is distorted to angular or bent V shape, and the bond angle is decreases from 109 degree 28 minutes of 104 degree 30 minutes. sp3d hybridization. So here 1s and 3p and 1d orbital combine to form 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals, which are equivalent in shape and energy called as sp3d hybrid orbitals. So out of these 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals, 3 hybrid orbitals are at 120 degree angle present on the plane, and 2 hybrid orbitals are perpendicular to the plane. Shape of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. So 5 sigma bond and 0 lone pair of electron can form trigonal bipyramidal. For example, PF5, PCl5. 4 sigma bond and 1 lone pair of electrons can form irregular tetrahedral. For example, sulfur tetrafluoride, tellurium tetrafluoride. 3 sigma bonds and 2 lone pair of electrons can form T shape. 2 sigma bonds and 3 lone pair of electrons can form linear shape. sp3d2 hybridization. So here 1s and 3p and 2d orbital combines to form 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. The shape of the molecule obtained will be symmetrical octahedral. The angle between all the hybrid orbitals will be 90 degree. For example, sulfur is the fluoride. Shape of the molecules or ions involving hybridization with bond angle, bond pair electrons. Hybridization, sp hybridization bond angle is 180 degree. Shape of the molecule is linear. Hybridization is sp2, bond angle is 120 degree. Shape of the molecule is trigonal, coplanar. Hybridization is sp2, bond angle is 109 degree 28 minutes. Shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. Hybridization is sp3d and the bond angle is 120 degree. It has 2 bond angle, 120 degree and 90 degree. The shape of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. The hybridization is sp3d2. The bond angle is 90 degree and the shape of the molecule is octahedral. If the hybridization is sp3d3, it has 2 bond angles 90 degree and 72 degree. So shape of the molecule is pentagonal bipyramidal. And the hybridization is dsp2, bond angle is 90 degree. The shape of the molecule is square planar. So geometry of molecules or ions involving hybridization with lone pair of electrons. So hybridization is sp2, number of lone pair of electrons is 1, bond angle is less than 120 degree, shape of the molecule is angular or V shape. If the hybridization is sp3, number of lone pair of electrons is 1, bond angle is less than 109 degree, 28 minutes, and geometry of the molecule is pyramidal. The hybridization is sp3, number of lone pair of electrons is 2, and bond angle is less than 109 degree 28 minutes. The geometry of the molecule is V shape. Gravitation is sp3d. The number of lone pair of electrons is 3. Bonding angle is 180 and the geometry of the molecule is linear. Gravitation is sp3d and number of lone pair of electrons is 2. So bond angle is 180 and 90. The shape of the molecule is T shape. If the bond angle, if the gravitation is sp3d2, number of lone pair of electrons is 2. So bond angle is 90 and the shape of the molecule is square planar. Similarly, sp3d2, gravitation is sp3d2, number of lone pair of electrons is 1 and it has 2 bond angle 90 and 180 and geometry of the molecule is square planar. The method of predicting the hybrid state of the central atom. So simple molecule, so X is equal to 1 by 2 V plus G and polyatomic anion X is equal to 1 by 2 V plus G plus A and polyatomic cation X is equal to 1 by 2 V plus G minus C. So hybridization of H is equal to 1 by 2 into total number of valence electrons in the central atom plus total number of monovalent minus charge of cations plus charge of anions. So the above equation, V is equal to number of monovalent atoms or group attached to the central atom. G stands for number of outer shell electrons in the ground state of the central atom. And A is the magnitude of the charge on anion. And C stands for magnitude of charge on cations. Hybridized state, that is sp, sp2, sp3, sp3d, sp3d2, sp3d3. Dipole moment. Dipole moment is nothing but it is the product of magnitude of negative or positive charge of either atom and the distance between them. You can say dipole moment is the product of electric charge and bond length. The special unit of dipole moment is dBi. 1 dBi is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 19. So dipole moment is a vector quantity and is indicated by an arrow having a symbol pointing towards the negative end. Dipole moment of water is 1.84 dBi, which is equal to the resultant dipole moment of 2 oxygen-hydrogen bonds. So dipole moment of ammonia is 1.49 dBi, which is equal to the resultant dipole moment of 3 nitrogen-hydrogen bonds. The molecule having zero resultant dipole moment are said to be non-polar molecule like carbon dioxide, beryllium chloride, beryllium difluoride, carbon disulfide. The molecules having certain dipole moments are said to be polar molecules like water, ammonia, etc. So molecule has zero dipole moment under the following conditions. If it has sp hybridization linear geometry, because of which mu1 is equal to mu2 and alpha is equal to 180. If it has sp2 hybridization, that is trigonal planar geometry, and the atomic number of the central atom is less than 21. For example, boron trichloride. And a molecule which has symmetrical tetrahedral structure. For example, carbon tetrachloride and methane molecule. If it is in trans isomers, trans 1, 2 dichlorobutane 2. So one has net dipole moment is 0 and one is not equal to 0. If there are 3 different groups around the double bond, then both the cis and trans isomer shows dipole moment. A para isomer has no dipole moment, example para dichlorobenzene. So dipole moment follows the order. So ortho, meta, para. Applications of dipole moment. Dipole moment used to predict geometry of the molecule. Dipole moment can be used to predict cis and trans form of the geometrical isomers. It also helps to predict the orientations in Bayesian derivatives to locate the position of substituents in aromatic compounds. So it also helps to predict the percentage of finite characters of a bond. It is the percentage of finite character is equal to exponential value of dipole moment divided by theoretical value of dipole moment into 100. Resonance. So resonance, the actual structure is in between of all the contributing structures and is called a resonance hybrid. The different individual structures are called resulting structures or canonical form. This phenomenon is called resonance. So examples of resonance, for example, ozone, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbonate ion can exhibit the resonance. So resonance explains why all bonds are equivalent in length, energy. Bond parameters, bond length. The average distance between the nuclei of two bonded atoms is known as bond length. Normally it is represented as angstrom or picometer. For the same atoms, bond length decreases with multiplicity of bonds. As the number of bonds increases, bond length decreases. For example, ethane has 1.54 angstrom, ethene has 1.34 angstrom, and ethane can have 1.20 angstrom. Bond length decreases with increase in S character. If the bond orbital is hybrid orbital used in bonding, so polar bonds are shorter than theoretical non-polar bonds. So bond energy or bond strength. It is the amount of energy required to break 1 mole of the bonds to separate the bonded atoms in a gaseous state. Now, factors affecting the bond energies are size of the atoms, multiplicity of the bonds, number of lone pair of electrons, and hybridization. Bond angle. The angle between any two adjacent bond is known as bond angle. So factors affecting the bond angles are hybridations of the central atom, electronegativity of the central atom, multiple bonds. The next comes hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding, it is the electrostatic force of attraction between the covalently bonded hydrogen atom of one molecule and the electronegative atom of other molecule. The properties and conditions of hydrogen bonding. It should be covalently bonded with a higher electronegative element like fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. The atomic size of the electronegative elements should be small. The strength of the hydrogen bonding is directly proportional to the electronegativity of element. So hydrogen bond is a bond of hydrogen between two electronegativity atoms only. It never involves more than two atoms. So types of hydrogen bonding. Mainly there are two types. One is intermolecular hydrogen bonding and second one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding can be found in the homo-intermolecular, and hetero-intermolecular. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding present between two or more molecules, similar or different. For example, water and ammonia molecule. Effect of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding can increase the boiling point of the compound. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding increases the physical state from gaseous to liquid and to solid. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding can increase the solubility of the substance in water. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that is ice has less density than water. This is due to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So it increases the acidity of an acid. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Here hydrogen bonding takes place between the hydrogen and the electronegative atom are present in the two in the same molecule. Condition for the formation of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The ring formed should be planar. The positions of the interacting atom should be such that there is minimum strain in the ring formation. The effect of intramolecular bonding. It decreases the boiling point of the compound. It increases the steam volatile nature of the compound. It increases the acidic strength. So molecular orbital theory. So it was put forwarded by Hunt and Mulligan to overcome the limitations of VBT was unstable to explain. For example, parametric nature of oxygen, so which is explained by this molecular orbital theory. Now, according to this theory, all the atomic orbitals of the central atom, orbitals of the atoms participating in a molecule formation, they all get mixed up to an equivalent number of new orbitals that belongs to the molecular axis. These are called molecular orbitals, and this theory is based on principle of linear combination of atomic orbitals. So linear combination of atomic orbitals can lead to the formation of bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So this is linear combination of atomic orbital, that is additive and subtractive. Comparison of bonding molecular orbitals and anti-bonding molecular orbital. So bonding molecular orbital, it does not have nodes, whereas anti-bonding molecular orbital, it has nodes between the two nuclei of the bonded atoms. So energy of bonding molecular orbital is less, hence they are stable. Energy of the anti-bonding molecular is high, hence it is unstable. So bonding molecular orbital is the result of the linear combination of atomic orbital when their wave functions are added. So antibody molecular orbital is resulting of linear combinations of atomic orbital when their wave functions are subtracted. So charge density increases between the two nuclei, resulting between the two atoms. Charge density decreases in between the two nuclei, leads to the repulsion between the two atoms. So energy level diagrams of molecular orbitals for diatomic homonuclear molecules such as lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, where the energy difference between 2s and 2p orbital is large, hence they cannot interact. So sigma 1s is sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, pi 2px is equal to pi 2py, sigma 2pz, pi star 2px is equal to pi star 2py, and sigma star 2pz. For nitrogen type molecule, which is electronic configuration of this molecular orbital theory, that is MOT. According to MOT, the electronic configuration is sigma 1s, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So sigma 2pz2, 14. For homogeneous diatomic molecules such as oxygen, fluorine, nitrogen dioxide, where the difference in energies between 2s and 2p orbitals is small, and hence they can interact with the energy diagram. For oxygen type molecule, so bond order is 1 by 2 into bracket number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital minus number of electrons present in the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. And bond order is found to be 2 in the case of oxygen molecule, and the molecule is paramagnetic in nature. This is because there are 2 unpaired electrons present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Information from molecular orbital configurations. Bond order. So bond order is nothing but half the number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital and number of electrons present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. If the bond order is more than 0, the molecule is can existed, otherwise not does not existed. Bond dissociation energy. Higher the bond order, higher is the bond dissociation energy. Stability. Higher the bond order, greater is the bond stability. The number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital is greater than number of electrons present in the antibonding molecule. The molecule is stable. If the number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital is less than number of electrons present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, then such type of molecule is unstable. If number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital is equal to the number of electrons present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, the molecule is again unstable. So vanity property depends upon the unpaired electrons. If any unpaired electrons are present, such molecules is paramagnetic. If no unpaired electrons are present, it is paramagnetic. So bonding in a molecule of hydrogen, that is hydrogen bond order is 1 and it is diamagnetic since there is no any unpaired of electrons. All the electrons are paired. Similarly, H2 plus ion. So it is bond order of this H2 plus ion is half, that is less than half, that is less stable. H2 minus. H2 minus, that is molecular orbital configuration, that is bond order is half. So solubility is less than H2 plus because H2 minus contains antibonding molecular orbital electrons. Similarly, helium molecule and helium plus species, lithium molecule, beryllium molecule, boron molecule, and carbon molecules. We can order the electronic configuration and we can predict the geometry as well as the bond order of these species or molecules. Nitrogen. Molecular orbital configurations of heteronuclear diatomic species. Molecule, that is cyanide, cyano, that is Cn. Molecular orbital configuration is K star, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2 px2, pi 2 py2, sigma 2 pz1. So bond order is 7 minus 2 divided by 2, that is 2.5. Unpaired electrons is 1. So magnetic property is paramagnetic. And the molecule or ion, that is cyanide ion, whose bond order is 3 and unpaired, that is unpaired electrons is nil. So magnetic character is diamagnetic. Molecule nitric oxide, so bond order is 2.5. Unpaired electrons is 1, so which is paramagnetic. Similarly, nitrosyl, that is NO plus, so bond order is 0. Nitrosyl, sorry, bond order is 2.5. Unpaired electrons is 1 and it is paramagnetic. Nitrosyl, the bond order is 3. Unpaired electrons is nil and it is diamagnetic. Similarly, carbon monoxide, the bond order is 3 and unpaired electrons is nil, hence it is a diamagnetic. Thank you.